So before, I don't know why, but like maybe because I was born like the second kid, so I always want to be seen because sometimes I get ignored. Like in the traditional system, like point, parents would prefer boys better because they think that's where the life goes. Even like if you take their family name and stuff, it's always the boys. And I have a little sister, so she's like the baby of my family, and I'm in the middle. Like being in the middle was the worst thing ever. But then I realized that's the point. I really fight for myself and I gain my own abilities, which my brothers and sisters don't because they get kind of overprotected. So I have my own the experiences from my going out or part-time working and stuff. I really I always share with people the part I used to be really conservative, and I really think if you want to do something, you can do it. Because from my own experience, I was quite conservative, jealous, and thinking the world is not fair because of being the second kid of my family. But then the first days I learned to speak English fluently. Before I was like, oh, I'm Taiwanese, why am I supposed to speak in English? And then I met people online, and I was like, I'm really interested in different culture and stuff, and English will help me to know them better. And then I met an English teacher. She always shared with classes about her experience and stuff. So I just feel like, oh, she really inspired me to want to give a little bit of influence to the people around me, because if you make a little different or just share a little, people will grow, and if people get to know something, and they can spread your thoughts, and other people will grow again. It's spreading. I really think that's all about my life. I love sharing. So at my 50s, that was the first time I went abroad, well, in China.
When you were 15 years old?
Yeah, I went to China, southern part of China, to interact with the students there. And that was the first time I went out of my comfort zone with my parents or stuff. I was traveling with someone I didn't know at all. The first time I saw the sea is so broad you cannot see the horizon, or the mountain is so big, the museum is so big, everything is so big. I feel like I'm so small in this world. I'm so small, and there's nothing I really need to care that much about. I learned to let go in that point. Yeah, and then I start to try stuff going to speeches or conferences or some activities and try new things. And I've really enjoyed that because I learn really fast from different fields, and I make friends in different fields. So if I need help, I know where to go. I know maybe I can ask someone or something, and that really helps me. I think it's about like going out alone. And China was the first one I went to, so I would say China. But like because I used to travel to Indonesia with my family, and I'm all protected because of like people will protect me anyway because I'm like foreigner and stuff, and cousins and other family will just protect me there. So I'm always going to the tourist sites or some things. Even though I was going to China, like going on the tourist sites, but like I was alone and I didn't have anyone I'm familiar with. So I learned really a lot there. So I think when I travel, I will compare something I already know from my experience and try to interact with the locals there. And I really enjoy to see something in different perspectives because we always have some blind points in our life that I've never noticed if other people speak of me. Just like I join activities and know different people because people from different fields, they will give you different advice. Yeah, so I think that's the point I changed so much. And getting to know different culture as well. Because actually China has pretty different culture than Taiwan. Like we're similar, but they like just think China is so big, it can be united. Like I'm not saying like it's not united, but like there are different parts.
Yeah, of course, it's not everywhere the same.
Yes, so it's really interesting, and for me, I would really love to explore more.
So what do you think, which person or which persons had the biggest influence on you in your life?
I think it's my mom, because she always has this theory called kite theory, flying kites. And it really applies in everything in life. Like my mom was saying, because when you are flying a kite, you need to let it go, to let it fly high, to see far. It's just like kids, you're dealing with kids, you need to let your kids fly high. Or you deal with your lover, you need to give them a space and stuff. And sometimes when you think of it, you just pull it a little and you know they are still there, and that's okay. Because if you are always holding them tight, when the wind comes and you are just blown away, like fly away. And I tried to challenge this theory one time because my mom didn't let me go like overnight when I was in high school. Like I asked her if I could go to Kending with my friends overnight. My mom said no. And I was applying this theory to her, like, didn't you say you should let your kids fly so she could look far? And my mom's like, yes, that's right. But have you ever seen people flying your kites at night? Like you always have to go home. And at that point, I think, yeah, you can never like pull off this theory. She's so wise. But if you ask me about my dream, I really think, because I really love to share, and I think sharing is the biggest achievement for me, myself. I would really love it to share about my own culture with the world, because I really think Taiwanese people are really like flexible and really nice. But people are,
I think so too.
but but we were taught to be humble since very long ago when we were little. So it's not very common for people to speak up, to show themselves. So I really think that's the treasure of Taiwan, and I would really love to share our treasure to the world and for the world to see us. So that's the point. I realized how one can be so attractive without doing something the way people want you to be, because that's your culture, and I think that's what makes you you. You know, like that's you are the one what makes you you. So I start to like do whatever I want. I still care about how people think, but not so much to care about what they want me to be. And then I start to think, living at the present, like now.